Hello, Timothy. Appreciate you coming, man.
What's up? What's up?
Questions that I am going to ask you about the business. A lot of people interested. Along with that, there are a few concerns that I want to address here. Now, you and I, we've been in sales for a while, man. Can you explain the difference of with this platform over, like, let's say a 9 to 6 or 11 to 8 sales job? You know, someone may ask, is this sales? What's the difference between the platform that you're doing versus what they're doing on a regular job?
Yeah, well, this platform basically, man, it's your own business. You know, the best thing about this is you can make money while you sleep. You know, on a job, your money don't start till you clock in. Then you clock out, guess what happens? Your money stops. On the job, guess what they do? They tell you what time to be there, what time to go to lunch. So basically, what time to be hungry, what time to be back, what time to be unhungry, what time to go to the bathroom. You got 15-minute break at this time. In your own business, you're free to do what you want when you want. Go where you want, whenever you want to. You know what I'm saying? And let me ask you this. Would you rather have somebody tell you what to do or you tell yourself when to get up, when not to get up? It's raining, you want to go somewhere. If it's raining on your job, guess what? You still got to go.
Even if no one's buying anything, does it? Even if the
Yeah.
traffic's slow, they still want
You
you
still
there.
got to be there. You still got to be there. You got to babysit that desk.
Now with this here, is there a certain quota to reach? You know, we're attracting a lot of people in sales versus cars or cell phone, insurance agents, all that good stuff. What kind of quota do we have to reach?
That quota is up to you. You know, there's no set quota. You know, you got bills, you know how much you need to make. That's your quota. You want to make below that, you want to make that, or you want to make over that. It's totally up to you. You know what I'm saying? What I teach is goals. This is what most people don't teach you. They tell you to have a goal, but they don't tell you the definition of goals. You know, goal is just what? A dream with a deadline.
That's right.
You know, but they don't tell you that it's 3 steps to a goal. It's fantasy, theory, and fact. Most people don't know that. So guess what? If you don't know the definition of it, you don't know what steps to a goal, it's going to be difficult to reach that goal.
Yeah.
You just shooting in the dark with a dart.
Right.
You closing your eyes and you throwing a dart hoping you hit something.
That's right.
You know, it's spray and pray. But guess what? We teaching attraction and target marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Attract the people you want, target them, and set the goal to what they want. So let's say you meet somebody and you have this right here. You don't want to just tell them this is what you have. You want to find out their needs and what they want.
Right.
So you basically want to say, hey man, what are you interested in? Everybody's interested in something. They either want a new house, a bigger house, leave grandmama's house and get into an apartment. You know, they want a car, a newer car, a bigger car, a motorcycle, a boat. It's something they want. So you attach this to that. Let's say you want a boat, you want a motorcycle, you want a car, you want a house. Okay, I can show you how to get that. They don't tell you that on the job, do they?
No, they don't. It sets me on those people, and the reason I say that because me and you have been in sales for a while. But can you explain the importance, the important? You mentioned target marketing versus just putting some in a newspaper or telling all your salespeople to post something on the Facebook channel or YouTube.
Right.
What's the difference behind target marketing and just regular marketing? What people have wrong?
Well, what it is most people don't really know how it works. You know, so that's why they're not telling you to do that. They haven't studied that. What they're telling you to do is post something on Facebook. What those really are is antiquated methods of marketing. You know what I'm saying? One thing they don't tell you is what is marketing. You know what I'm saying? Marketing is the big pie. The advertising is the slices of it. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to break that down to you. What their manager told them to do when they were in sales, they're telling you to do. But guess what? How long ago was that? They may have been sales 10 years ago. And their manager told them they're telling you to do things that was done 10 years ago. Do you have a rotary phone?
No.
Times is moving. So we get to the thing is we have technology that we can automate this. You know, and that's what we're doing in our business. So you don't have to just post something on there. You can actually have a system or software or CRM and it will automatically post it. Just like you set your alarm to go off at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
You don't think a computer can do something like that? Send out a text message, an email or something like that?
Yeah.
But what target marketing is, you can actually use different platforms like social media, as far as YouTube, Instagram, and it will find the people that are looking for what you actually have. And so that's targeted. And so now what you want to do is figure out, okay, how do I attract those people?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I teach you how to do.
Okay. That pretty much answers so I guess it's safe to say that even though somebody's in charge, it's not safe to put your trust in them or believe in their system. Doesn't mean a thing.
No, you putting your paycheck in somebody else's hands. So if they personally don't like you, they take away that paycheck.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now talking about consumers in today's time, what is this when it comes to FBS? We know that people are buying things on a regular basis. How can those people benefit from this project, I should say?
Well, I mean, many different ways. I mean, you looking at, a lot of people say credit is king. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say cash is king. And you got to figure out, okay, which is which? You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. We're looking at cash is king and credit is king. So let me ask you a question. Somebody going out and they're buying a $300,000 house. Are they paying cash for it or are they financing it?
Most people finance.
Financing is what?
Yeah.
Credit. So if you go finance, you got to have what? Credit. So credit is actually king. You can buy more with credit than you can buy with your cash. And then actually also what we're going to be talking about is business credit. You can buy more with business credit than you can with personal credit. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into that. So we're not just limited to just credit repair only. We're doing credit repair. We're doing trade lines, which a lot of people don't even know how trade lines can benefit you. Trade lines can raise your score faster than anything. You can raise your score 100 points in 30 days. You know what I'm saying? You can do that with credit repair, but it's just rare to have that many disputes, things deleted off your credit. But with trade lines, you can raise it like that because you're piggybacking. Now you want to raise your score so you can build business credit. You build business credit, you can go out and get $300,000 for your business. It's difficult for you as one person to go out and get a loan for $300,000.
Yeah. And thinking among business people, there are some people with a conscious mind that say, you know what, I don't want to punch that time clock every day. I just know that those business owners are doing that for their children. And so they decide maybe they want to open up a lawn business or a nail salon or a hair salon. Or maybe they want to open up a small restaurant. What can you do to help them get started?
Well, basically, one thing we do is we deal with the mental part of that because everything starts in the mind. It starts in the mind and it starts in the physical. So basically, I find out what do they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then I deal with the fear and then the procrastination. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't want to do that because the first thing they want to do is they just want to get to the money, get straight to the money, start making money. But then you have a lot of people that say, man, I would start a business, but I don't know how. I would start a business, but I don't have money. It takes money to make money. Well, here's the problem with that. This is what most people don't know. It don't take money to make money. Ideas make money. And see, this is what I'm going to show you something. See this money right here?
Yeah.
A lot of people say what? Money talks.
Right.
Guess what? That's wrong. Money don't talk. But guess what? It can hear. But here's the problem. The majority of people don't know how to speak its language. So let's say me and you go to China right now and we can't speak Chinese. It's going to be difficult for us to navigate where we're trying to go. Yeah. It's the same thing with money. So you're trying to start a business and you need capital. Well, how do you get the capital? And those are the questions that people have that we answer. You know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier, money is an ideal. It's not actually where it takes money to make money. See, here's the problem with most people. They walk around thinking this. There are myths. There are erroneous myths that are around. People never investigated them, but they keep saying them. Don't know if they're true. Money, it takes money to make money. They just keep hearing it because why? It sounds logical, really. Let's say I want to start a business. I want to build this. I got to have money to do it. But there are a lot of people with money that don't know what to do with it. Absolutely. There are a lot of people that started a business, a small business, and now they're out of business. So they had money. So what happened? So is it true? And here's the problem. What most people don't understand. Here's the thing. I tell people this all the time. It's not what you don't know that hurts you. It's what you know that ain't so. And so because you think you know it takes money to make money, when it doesn't, it's not so. So it's not what you don't know, it's what you know that ain't so. You know it takes money to make, that ain't so. It takes ideas to make money. Because once you have the knowledge and the understanding of financial literacy, you can go out and take the money and make money with it. But if you don't, you can't. You can hit the lottery. There are plenty of people hit the lottery, now they're broke. Yeah, how many athletes you know sign a contract for $100 million?
Well, there are hundreds of them.
And guess what? They file in bankruptcy. Yeah. So if that's the case, that it takes money to make money, why didn't they take $100 million and make another $100 million? They don't have the understanding. They don't speak the language. That's when I pulled the money out of my pocket and I said, people say this can talk. Money talk, no. It can hear. But if you can't call it, it's not gonna come to you. You gotta understand how to speak its language. Once you speak its language, it'll come to you. Now I'm gonna tell you something else we're gonna go over in the training a lot of people don't know about. It's a spiritual law called the law of compensation. A lot of people don't even know what that is. Some of them never even heard of it. It's a spiritual law. Have you ever heard the law of gravity?
Yes.
Most people heard of it. But guess what? When you talk about the law of compensation, they may have heard of it. Well, why haven't you understand the law of gravity? Why don't you understand the law of compensation? One thing is not taught in school. Mm-hmm. Most people leave school and they never read another book again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wrote a book. It's called How to Sell Yourself and Become Rich. That's it right there. But guess what? The average person reads one book a year. You know, there are books in the library that say how to be a millionaire and nobody ever go to read them. In the bookstore. There's a bunch of The Millionaire Next Door. All these books on millions and millions and nobody ever read them. Why is that?
We want that get rich quick.
There's no such thing. And that's the problem. There is no such thing. You're going to have to put in work. Yeah. You know, when you're talking about money, to accumulate money, two things got to be at work. Either people got to be at work or money got to be at work. That's it. There's no other way to make it happen. And that's why you see Walmart making so much money. They got a bunch of people working. They not doing the work. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of this stuff we're going to bring out. And I have a lot of people tell me, they say, man, you say some things I've heard, but you say them in a different way. Right. Well, I'm trying to say it in a way to break it down so you understand it. You know what I'm saying? See, it's easy to make something that's complicated simple. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say that a person that got it together,
yeah.
You know, maybe they understand that it takes ideas, it doesn't take nothing but a few pennies to get started. And let's say an individual comes up right now and he or she wants their own lawn care business. Mm-hmm. They understand the potential behind cutting grass. Mm-hmm. They want to get started with a truck,
right.
a trailer, a few riding lawnmowers, maybe a few rakes.
Yeah.
What would they start off doing? Should they immediately go into it, or should they get some kind of skill and some kind
Well, it depends on if they know what they're doing. The one thing I always suggest is I got to find out where that person's at. You know, have they worked for a landscaping company before? This is something they're going to start doing for the first time. You got to learn the business. You know what I'm saying? One way to learn the business is work for somebody that own a business like that. So just like say, for instance, I'm in New Orleans and you in Mobile and you trying to come to me. I got to give you directions to get there. So guess what I got to ask you? Where you at? Now, what if you tell me you don't know? It's going to be different for me to tell you got to get to my house. Are you in Mobile? Are you in Pensacola? Are you in Daphne? And so the same thing with business. When I talk to the person, I got to do what's called get up under the hood. I got to find out, okay, where are you now? Okay, I'm here. Now I can take you, because if you already know something, I don't have to teach you that part. I got to take you to the next level. You know, and a lot of people don't know, it's so many ways, man. You can go to Home Depot and Lowe's and rent a lawnmower. You can borrow one from a neighbor. It's so many ways to do it. But I got to figure out, is this person, are they a procrastinator? Do they have fear? And what area do they have fear? You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different aspects of it. You know, are they thinking, you know, I need money to do this? Do they have money to do it and not know what to do with the money? You know, because I help companies that are established and they're having problems and they're trying to figure out how to do this. I got to go in there and do the same thing. You know, if you got a company, what you got to understand is people, process, and product. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go in there and figure out which one of those elements is causing you a problem. And then I got to dive in there and help you with it.
Okay. Now we also, people have came to you saying that they want the credit fix, but they want to buy a new car, a new house, and a new boat. Mm-hmm. If they partner up with you, Timothy, how will you help them do that? That's been the question that I've been
Yeah. One thing I want to do is basically show them that we can help them. You know what I'm saying? You see this right here, where it says deleted and removed?
Yes.
And you see that name up there? That's my name. You know, what most people don't know is I started doing this 20 years ago for myself and helping people. I didn't help people until I was able to help myself. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that jump out here and they start credit repair, start these different things, and they really don't know what they're doing. They're not into helping people. They just see some money in it, and I want to do it. Well, my goal is to help you. It's not just to get you to pay me. You know what I'm saying? And so one thing we do is we started finding out what kind of goals do they have. Okay, you want to get your credit fixed. Why? You know, you want to have that for whatever reason. Because once your why is big enough, you're going to stick with it. Because let's say you want to get a new car, and we get your credit fixed. You get your new car. Are you going to continue? You may have other bad things on it, but we got this off. We got this off. It may be a repossession on there. Now the repossession is deleted. Now you go get the car. All right, is it over? For most people, it shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? You should continually want to work on it, because what we're going to do is we're going to take it to the next level and say, okay, you know, would you like to buy a car dealership? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to repeat the same thing over. And so what I do is, man, we get into the mental part of it. The mental part is this. Some people will not sign up for credit repair because you know why? They know they don't have the habit of paying their bills on time. So let's say if I go out and get this car and I don't make my payments, they're going to take it away. That's a problem. That's a big problem with the mindset of people that a lot of people are not talking about, and they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah. That's interesting right there. Now, as I mentioned, you know, people want to get started, open a business. Is this something that's online, something they can do maybe if they have a job already? Should they quit the job? Or is it something that you can do offline? Can you give me more information?
Yeah, I'll tell them, man, if you got a job, you got to have something that's called a loss leader. You want to have something that's paying your bills. You know what I'm saying? And my mentor told me this. He said, Tim, you want to work 9 to 5 to pay your bills. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. is when you get wealthy. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely don't want to quit right away, you know, because you got to learn the business. It's going to take some time to learn this. And once you work on a job, it's just like going to school. You can learn this, make you some money, instead of just going to school and wait till you graduate to start making the money. You know, that's not what we're doing. We want to get you making money soon, but you still got to pay your bills. So we want you to be able to pay your bills while you're learning this. And we tell everybody, once what you're doing over here, part of your income, then you want to start thinking about leaving your job.
Okay.
But you always want to have what's called MSIs. And what MSIs are is multiple streams of income. You want to have multiple checks coming in. So you want to make a lot of money on your job and make a lot of money over here, then take that money and invest it and make a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? So if the job plays out where they lay you off or you get fired or whatever like that, your money doesn't stop. Your bills keep getting paid. Because that's one of the aspects of credit repair. But if you only have one job and then you lose that income, now guess what? Your bills are not going to get paid. Your income went down, your collections goes up, and now you back in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? So you want to get to the point where you're learning. If most people don't want to face the facts of they don't have the habit of paying bills on time, because they get their money and then guess what? I get my check. I'm either going to pay a bill or I'm going to go to the mall. It's a concert or this coming on. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to this event, so I need a new outfit. You know what I'm saying? They rather do that. And what that's is instant gratification. Right. But what I want to teach them and show them is delayed gratification. Just take about 6 months and don't do all this. Just fix your credit. Pay some things off. Get some things taken off. Get you some credit cards. Pay them credit cards on time. And also, we're going to show you how to pay them to boost your score real fast. Because credit cards are the main thing that's going to raise your score fast. Because this is the thing. Think about this. You don't want to keep doing the same thing you're thinking you're going to get different results. So let's say you working on your credit over here and you still going to the mall and buying stuff. Okay, now let's think about this. Let's say take about 6 months, get your credit straight. So instead of going to the mall on Saturday, you can go every day if you want to, because you got multiple credit cards. Yeah. You got money from your job. You're making money over here. You got the income to be able to support the lifestyle you want. Yeah. But most people don't have that income, so they're faking it until they make it.
Yeah. Can you explain to people the difference between what you're doing versus what the average individual who may be a credit guru who will say, well, give me $500-600 and I'll have it fixed for you in 6 months. What's the difference with you and all the other jokers?
Yeah, the difference with me is this. They're not interested in making sure you get to the next level. And the next level is really starting your own business, whatever, even if it's just part-time, getting business credit and having more money on hand than you need. Okay. Most people just say, okay, you got some credit issues. Okay, we're going to fix them credit issues. Once it's fixed, they're through with you. Right. But our goal is not this. We're going to show you, hey, if you're interested, Would you like to be your own boss?
Wow.
If you're interested, how would you like to get a check every week from every state in the United States? How does that
It's
sound?
hard to say no to that.
That's the goal. But there are people that's doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mentors did it. You know what I'm saying? That's what they taught me. Tim, you want to wake up every morning with more money in your bank account than you had before, but you didn't do any work. That's leveraging yourself. J. Paul Getty said, what? I'd rather have 100% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own.
Right.
But most people are not. Where do you go to learn that? Leveraging and scaling. There's no way to teach it. Now there's a place. You can come see me and I can show you how to do it.
Now, if a person doesn't have any experience, how long would you think it would take? They know nothing about it. Are they really doing the work, or how that would go about?
Yeah, I mean, if they know nothing about it, they're just gonna have to dig in, just like anything else. You know, you learn how to tie your shoe.
But is there a system maybe that can help them along the way make money while they're learning?
Oh, definitely, definitely. That's what we teach you. You know what I'm saying? This is what most people don't do. They don't. Let's say you want to start a business. They won't go into the business as far as work for somebody that they're going to start. That's what you want to do, because you can learn the back end of it.
Okay.
So now when you get ready to learn, start your business, guess what? You've learned from working from somebody. So why not work for yourself and whatever? Let's say you're a barber or you want to learn that. Go to a barber shop, cut hair. Now what we're going to do is show you how to get your credit fixed where you can open up your own barber shop. You can get chairs and sinks and mirrors and TVs, whatever, to open up your own. So you're making money. Also with credit repair, guess what? We can show you how to be an agent while you're making money. So you making money and making money, then making more money. I mean, then you get into business. I mean, it's just levels to this, you know. But most people, what they do is they wanna be a barber, but they're a plumber during the day. But they wanna own their own barber shop. You go work at a barber shop. They're perfect people that paint. They might want to own their own art gallery or sell art, but they're working at a cell phone place.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You want to do something that you're already doing to get the business knowledge. And that's what's not being taught, like mostly in schools right now. So because it's not being schools, it's not part of people's paradigm. They're not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
They're just going somewhere to get a check. They say, I can make good money over here at the shipyard. But they really have a passion for this.
Right.
But what most people haven't studied is your purpose, what you made for, your passion is what you paid for.
That's right. Yeah. Now the big question, Timothy. People ask, how much is this to get started?
And I tell people like this, you can look at it two ways. If you start and then you stop, it's gonna cost you way more money than if you keep going. But most people, you know what they ask me? How much is it? How long is it gonna take? Because they're thinking about, I gotta pay every month. But guess what? It's gonna cost you more if you stop paying because of your credit. You know what I'm saying? But if you stick with it, guess what? You not only can make money, you get 5 clients, you can get yours done for free. So that actually takes the cost out of it.
Yeah.
So you can come in at $188 and pay $89 a month and just work on your credit. And you come in at $288, pay $89 a month, get your credit straight and become an agent and get 5 clients. And guess what? Not pay anything. So it's really perception on how you look at it. You got some people that'll rather pay $188, pay $89 a month and just keep paying that until they get, depends on how many things that's on their credit, instead of paying a $288, pay $89 a month and then figure out how you can find 5 more people that need it. But see, me, when I looked at the free. I said, that's what I want. So I'm not concerned with how long it takes. You know what I'm saying? But I'm different than everybody else because I understand how it works.
Yes.
I know it's not gonna happen overnight. I didn't mess it up overnight. So it's not gonna get fixed overnight. It's the same thing with anything. It's gonna take time. And most people don't understand, like with me, you know, I don't live in time. So 3 o'clock a.m. and 3 o'clock p.m. is the same to me. So how long it takes, I'm not concerned with that. I'm looking at the end of the goal. When I get it fixed, guess what? I can go buy any car I want, good interest rate, no money down. Now I'm also making money to pay for the car. So I'm not worried about it getting repossessed because I'm constantly working on that. I'm not gonna get my credit fixed and then all of a sudden quit my job. Now I got a car. Why would I do that? But that is actually the mentality of some people. You know, I don't know if you've seen what Popeyes last year on income tax time, they shut down. They didn't have, no employees showed up, they got the income tax refund. They didn't show up for work. So you got this $5,000, $6,000, now you quit your job. Now guess what? You're gonna spend money, but you don't have anything to replace it. So now guess what? When you get broke, you got to go back to the job. But this is what they should have did. Work the job. But let's say if you don't like it, you got the money. Now it's okay to quit, but go get a job where you really want to work at. Let's say if you don't like that one. But let's say you can't find another one for skills or whatever. Work that job. Okay. Take that money you got, invest some of it. You don't have to invest all of it because most people, it's been a year, the money's burning a hole in their pocket. They want to buy something, a new outfit or paint the car, whatever they want to do. But you take some of that money. You don't have to take all of it and invest it. And in here, we're only talking about $288
Not bad, is it?
for your own business. And I'm gonna really break that down on how that's powerful that most people don't know. You got your own home-based business, you can write stuff off. Now you're getting tax benefits. But we're not taught taxes in school. So it's really difficult to really get people's attention on what's really going on because they're taught to go work a job. Job is what? The journey of the broke. They get paid on Friday, they're broke on Monday. Why? Because your income doesn't meet your output, your expenses. You know what I'm saying? Most people, the formula for most people is called I minus E equals $. Income minus expenses equals savings. You know what I'm saying? But here's the problem. Most people can't save because once they get their check and they pay their bills, there's no money left over to save up. So you got to have some savings to be able to invest. To be able to invest, you got to have the knowledge to know what to invest in and how to invest in it. So that's why we created the Motor-Vator Academy.
I like that.
It gets greater later. We just the tip of the iceberg. We just beginning.
Hear that, guys? And get
It's just the tip of it. But we're going to actually show people, man, there's a lot of people that want to know, they want to do, but like my grandmother told me, she said, I'm going to teach you how to use your brain, not your back. But most people, they do back work because they're mentally lazy. There's nothing wrong with them. They just haven't built up the mental stamina like I did.
Yeah.
See, for over 25 years, I worked on my mind, on my mental muscle. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about how I can help people that are struggling because that's one of my passions. I don't want to see you struggle. But here's the thing, this is the easiest time in history to be successful because of the internet. You know what I'm saying? If you leave here now and go to California, I can send you a text message. You get it just like that. Now, back in 1992, guess what? I couldn't do that. I would have to send you a letter. It'd take 3 days to get there. Sometimes longer than that. Yeah, you get it, you read it. Now you send me something back 3 more days. With technology, you can run your business from your phone. These cell phones is a mini computer. But what most people don't know, your cell phone in 1970 was a $5 million computer. It's just like right now, we're shooting a video.
Yeah.
Check this out. Before cell phones came out with this, with shooting your video on your camera, you need the satellites, FCC licenses, all these type of cameras and technology to shoot something on a TV. You don't need that now. I can shoot a video right now, up to YouTube, and you can see it in a few minutes. Guess what I spent? Whatever type of business you have, you can shoot a commercial every day. Before, shoot a commercial and show it on TV, even right now, that costs you $5,000. Just think about the Super Bowl. They paying $1 million for a 30-second commercial. You can shoot a video, a commercial, a movie with your cell phone.
Is that something you would do for your team?
Exactly. Yeah. But here's the thing. Most people just don't have the patience to figure this stuff out. But what I did, I hired a bunch of people. I got geniuses that work for me. They build websites. Make this flyer right here was made it by a guy in Bangladesh. I got a guy in Romania. I got a guy in India. You know what I'm saying? Because the cost of living over there, for $25, that's a lot of money over there. Over here, you tell somebody you're gonna pay them $25, they look at you like you crazy.
Right.
$25? Oh no, that ain't no money. But guess what? They haven't really paid attention to these guys over here are geniuses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For $25, they do all this type of work. For $100, guess how much work they're gonna do. But over here, we're spoiled. We don't know that, hey, if we take the time to learn this, that $25, if you have the knowledge, can turn into $2,500.
Yeah.
Because you can work for more people. You don't have to just work for just me. You know what I'm saying? But so it's just all perspective.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it's just all perspective on what do you want. You know what I'm saying? It's just like Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg started that in his dorm room. Google, Yahoo, Dell started in the garage. You know what I'm saying? Apple started in the garage. But most people don't want to take the time to learn to build something. And right now, the information's out there. You can go to YouTube and type in anything and learn how to do it.
Right.
It'll teach you how to make a website.
That's right.
All you got to do is have the time. But what the problem is, like I said earlier, is the why. Most people don't have a why. Why do you want to do this?
Yes.
Most people know what to do on a job. They know where to do it. They know how to do it. But the problem is they don't have a why. Why are you working that job? Do you have a child you're trying to put through college?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Would you like to spend more time with that child now? Start your own business. Let's say they got a field trip, they going to Birmingham. You can't go, why? Because you're on a job.
Or you got to ask your boss. Like,
Exactly. Now I'm gonna tell you something else. Let's talk about create a sense of urgency. There are a lot of people that late for work. Guess what? They rush on the interstate. They are risk getting a speeding ticket for somebody else's company. But what about rushing to start your own business? Oh, let me think about it. I'm kind of tired. This is your own business now. But wait Monday morning. Oh, it's not. I got to go to build somebody else's business. But let's say your own. This is what's the difficult part for most entrepreneurs like me to try to get somebody to start their own business. There's no hurry. You know what I'm saying? I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day, writing, putting things together. I got friends that, man, I can't get up no time. I got to go to work for somebody else's company, somebody else's. So they can sit on a yacht. They can sit on a big boat and go deep sea fishing. You got to wait till your day off. Or we'll be closed on Sunday. That's it. But don't be late. Don't be late. But that's the mentality of a person. You know what they're called? They call being addicted to powerlessness. They're addicted to powerlessness. They have no power. But they're addicted to it. I gotta go. It's like being on a drug. Yeah. But then you can't even talk them out of that element. They'll get mad at you. So you tell them to start their own business, you can show about, oh no, man, I'm gotta go. I ain't got time, this, and this. You don't have time for you and your family. This is what they're telling me. But you have a son or a child or daughter, got some kind of recital, can't go, gotta be at work. But guess what, the owners, they there, at their recital. You know, there are a lot of people that say this, man, rich people don't pay taxes. You know what I thought about when I heard that? The poor people stand over here and they pay taxes. The rich stand over here and they don't pay taxes. I just got in the line with the rich. So I'm gonna start my own business to get over here. Because when you start your own business, you're tax exempt. You don't pay taxes. When you get your check on the job, the taxes is already taken out. When you're a business, you pay taxes last. Guess what? Everything you buy is a write-off because it's for your business.
I like that.
Most people don't even want to take the time just to learn that. But I want $1 million. They'll tell you that, don't they? But here's the problem. $1 million is just an arbitrary number. Okay, $1 million. See, what you got to understand is what's called definiteness of purpose. What definiteness of purpose is, you need to go figure out what you want exactly, how much it's going to cost. See, there are people that say, I want a boat, but they don't know how much the docking fee is. And people say, I want a Lamborghini, I want a Ferrari. They don't know how much the taxes is, how much to register, how much the maintenance. They haven't looked at all of this. But what you got to understand is your thoughts penetrate time and space. So if you think about, okay, I want this item, go out and look at it and ask them, how much is this Mercedes? It's $89,000. How much is the taxes? Okay, how much is it to register? Call the insurance company. How much is the insurance? And you add all that up. If that's the car you want, just keep focusing on that. Focus means what? Follow one course until it's successful. So once you follow that one course and that's all you think about, guess what'll happen? You'll bring it about. What you think about, you bring about. But most people don't have that much discipline mentally because they don't know how to stick to it like a stamp until they get there. So you put something on a stamp, guess what? It don't stop till they get there. It keeps going. But most people can't do that with everything. But I'm like a baseball player. I take a bat, I knock the tee off of that can't. I can't. It don't matter. I never say I can't. Because what they don't understand is once you start thinking about I can, the universe will bring out the how. It'll put people, places, and circumstances in front of you. And you'll be able to get that, whatever it is. But if you stop, if you just tell yourself, man, I can't afford that. That's what the universe says. You can't afford it. But if you say, I can afford that, even if you don't have the money right now, and say it's a $100,000 car, and that's what you want. You really, that's all you think about. If you keep saying, I can afford it, I can get that, it will actually come about because you've done that. What we don't remember, as a child, there were some things you said, but you were tenacious. When you said you want this toy, you was in the toy store screaming and hollering, I want this, I gotta have it. Eventually, your mother said, here, you got it. Everybody went through that. But when we get older, they don't know how to take that same passion and not throw a temper tantrum, but take that same passion and take our thoughts and bring about what we want, because we were never taught this. Yeah. And so when you ask, okay, what makes me different? That's what makes me different. Yeah. You can have anything and be anything and do anything you want. But before you actually be great, you got to do something great. Right. And most people don't want to do nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We want everything handed to us. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't. Think about this. Most people don't want to go home and cook a hamburger and french fries. Why? I got to go to Walmart. I got to stand in line. I got this, and this. What they'd rather do, go to the drive-thru. I want a number 4. Boom. I mean, it ain't going to take 2 minutes. If you're the only one in line, you get it. You go home and you eat. And you like this. But guess what? If you went to Walmart, you can buy a pack of hamburger patties, a pack of buns. You can buy a whole bottle of ketchup or mustard and whatever you want. Lettuce, tomatoes, onions, whatever. And make it. You can have lunch for the whole week. The same price almost is going to cost you to go to a nice little place and get something to eat. You can have lunch for the whole week. Why don't we? We're living in a microwave society. Everybody wants things. I got to have it right now. So that's the same with business. It's the same with credit. I want to put my credit in the microwave and hit 30 seconds. That's what they want. They don't want to pay for it. Don't work that way. I don't want to pay for it. But what happened with me was when I started learning this and I got my credit fixed, I went from having a bad credit score because I wasn't taught in school about credit. I had a friend that was repairing his. He showed me how to do it in the early 90s. So when I repaired mine, I was able to go to the car dealership and buy a brand new car, fully loaded, no money down, and a low interest rate. I saved so much money because I had to put nothing down. I saved money over a period of time because my interest rate was lower. You know what I'm saying? I'm paying like 4%. Guess what people pay now? $3,000 down and 28%. You paying twice for a $30,000 car. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Once you add the taxes and the interest rates, and then you add depreciation in it, your car is not worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? My millionaires taught me, said, Tim, we don't buy depreciating assets. When we spend money, we want money back. So what we do is we buy assets. That's going to bring a return on our investment. Yeah. But the majority of us, you want to live in an apartment and have a brand new car, nice wheels, and this and this and this. It's not bringing you anything, but you think somebody's looking at you. You think you're getting that attention. Yeah. But guess what? How much is that costing you? How much are you making for that attention? How much money are you making? Somebody say, man, that's a nice car. How much did you just make? You actually lost money because you put miles on it. Every month the book value is going down. And you were saying this is even worse with a house. You add that much interest, a high interest rate on $300,000. But here's what we don't look at. We're on the opposite end of interest. See, when you come over here and you start making money, you're making interest off of everybody that you hire in as an agent all over the United States. And so guess what? Let's look at $300,000 and you paying interest on that. Now let's take the same $300,000 and you making interest off of that. Compounding interest, they say, is the 8th wonder. But nobody's talking about this. No, but where are you going to go? They don't have a place. You got to go to multiple different places. And then the people, they're going to charge you an outrageous amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Just like this right here. You know, we got you a credit attorney. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Ask yourself, how much would it cost you to sit down with him for 8 hours every day, 5 days a week? How much do you think that'll cost you?
Oh, man.
How much an hour?
$40.
It's going to be more than that. For 8 hours, he's going to charge you $40. If you sit down with an attorney for 8 hours, how much is he going to charge you? If you sit down, if you his client, and you ask him questions for 8 hours, how much you think?
I don't know.
Yes, it's going to be more than $80. Not for 8 hours. He's going to charge that per hour.
$300.
Yeah, $300 what, an hour? So you got 8 hours. So how much is that? It's $2,500. Now we're talking about 5 days a week. So 2,500 times 5. Guess what? You got access to this. Look at this. No charge. That's included. And see, the reason there's no charge because guess what? You getting your credit repaired. You got 5 clients. So this, even if you, let's say you were paying $89 a month, this is free. That's included. You paying to get your credit restored. You're not paying for an attorney. That's included in it. So the value, you talking about somebody saying this, the value is way past there. So when I looked at this, they didn't even have this a while back.
Right.
All right, man.
Thanks for letting me.
Yeah, man. Any questions, man? Just call me up.
Okay.
All right, man.